Hi, guys, good afternoon, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in today's video, I will be discussing what I thought of the latest and super entertaining second episode of the new hit show, The Mandalorian. The brand new episode dropped yesterday, which was quite a surprise to me because I was under the impression it would drop every Tuesday, at least until the end of December when the season finale is. But hey, I'm not complaining because that means we didn't have to wait long for the second episode, especially with the way that first one ended. So before I begin, of course, please be warned, this is going to be a spoiler-filled episode review. If you have not seen the second episode or the first episode of The Mandalorian, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be going into giant spoilers. So you have been warned. That being said, let's dive into this episode. Another super fun, super exciting, and entertaining episode, and I loved how there was very little dialogue. Like, it could keep your interest and keep you captivated and engaged, even though there was very little dialogue in it. And I found that super fascinating, while at the same time, I was really enjoying myself. You know, I love how the show is already expanding the lore and mythology of this universe. And what I mean by that is like we saw the control room, the insides of the sandcrawler, the tank thing that the Jawas operate and drive on. We also got to see a bit of Jawa culture about how they deal, if they're not just salvaging or stealing from people, about how they deal in trading. And apparently our Mandalorian speaks crappy Jawa, but it didn't stop that scene from being any less amusing. And I loved the big scary monster with the huge horn that he was trying to steal the egg from. I figured, oh, okay, they just must want this creature's egg so they can eat, and sure enough, that was the case. But, just him getting to that creature and then fighting it for its egg with the help of the cute little Yoda-looking baby alien thing, that was pretty awesome. And since we clearly saw it use the Force, and it obviously took a lot or almost all of the little guy's energy, it's got me wondering if this is indeed a member of Yoda's species. Is the entire race Force sensitive, or is it just this particular infant of Yoda's race? Because I don't know much about Yoda's race, and I'm not sure many people do. I don't know if that entire species is Force sensitive, or if it was just Yoda, or maybe this is just another member of Yoda's species who happens to be Force sensitive as well. Because it's not just, the Force isn't limited to just one race or species. It spans across all races and species throughout the universe, as we've seen in all the movies, in the novels, in books, in comics, and of course TV shows, both animated and now live action. So that was curious to see, but God, what an entertaining episode it was. I mean, him trading with the Jawas was hilarious. His fight scene trying to get his stuff back from the Jawas was pretty cool. And I also loved how they continue to explore and show more of the Mandalorian's personality. He's not just some cold-hearted bounty hunter. I mean, he had no reservations about blowing those Jawas up, but he also can express and feel gratitude and thankfulness. Like, he was sincerely thankful towards the alien resident who helped him in getting his stuff back, fixing his ship back up. And another line that I thought was really interesting about how the creature was flattered by his offer to join him on his new crew. But he's like, I have finally free of a life of servitude. And it's got me wondering if he was one of the many Ugnaughts or Ugnaughts. Basically, those were the creatures from The Empire Strikes Back, the ones who, at the instruction of Vader, put Han Solo in carbonite and froze him. They were those short, stubby-looking creatures. And they're the ones that Chewie fought back to get parts of 3PO from. And so it's possible that this guy, was one of those Ugnaughts, either there in Cloud City, or maybe he was just another slave for the Galactic Empire right before they fell. But I just thought that was an interesting line, and maybe it was hinting at some potential backstory we may get for this character. Yes, the Mandalorian left that planet, but I'm really hoping that character makes an appearance again throughout this season, or maybe if not for the rest of this season, at least bring him back for season 2, because Nick Nolte did a great job with his voiceover performance, and that alien was just cool and looked great, and he was an excellent, strong supporting character for a character like the Mandalorian. You know, he really got roughed up in this episode. I mean, it was amusing and entertaining to watch, but man, that guy got shot at by Jawas, charged by a big ugly monster, and you know, he got aggravated by the Jawas when they insulted him, saying that he sounded more like a Wookiee than a Jawa. But it was just an overall entertaining episode, and like I said, it was so captivating and entertaining to watch despite little to no dialogue. And when there was dialogue, it was still interesting, but wow, what an episode. And another thing I loved about it too is that rather than jumping right into and trying to figure out the origins and backstory for this little alien creature, instead of doing that, they just continued expanding on his mission now being completed. Now he's got to get off this rock, and he's got to basically fight his way to get off this planet, which he eventually ends up doing. And now the next episode will most likely be, is he going to bring this creature back to his client and get his payday, or is he going to have misgivings about it? So we'll see in the next episode, which I believe drops, I think, next Friday the 22nd. That's what I read. So the third episode of The Mandalorian will be with us on Disney Plus Friday, November 22nd. So remember that date. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. You know, it was short, but god damn, it was entertaining, and I can't wait to watch it again. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching this episode review. I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions and your feedback down below in the comments section. Have an awesome rest of your weekend if I don't see you. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.